Audio Jungle.
A 4-day work week will be made permanent at a New Zealand company after a trial was so successful it found there was no downside. Staff reported better productivity, a better work-life balance and lower stress levels after working 4 8-hour days a week for 2 months. The trial at Perpetual Guardian, a financial services firm that manages trusts, wills, and estates, involved almost 250 employees across 16 offices. They worked 4 days equaling 32 working hours instead of 40 across the week, but were still paid for 5 days. Founder of the Auckland-based company, Jarrod Haar, said there was no downside to the new system and that staff reported reaping the benefits of extra downtime. Researchers from Auckland University of Technology studied the effects and found employees were turning up on time, not leaving early, attendance was better, and staff took fewer breaks. Their actual job performance didn't change, researchers said at the time. The staff will now be given the option of whether or not to opt into the new scheme, with those who opt to stick to a 5-day structure given other benefits such as shorter working hours. For us, this is about our company getting improved productivity from greater workplace efficiencies. There's no downside for us, Mr. Barnes said. The right attitude is a requirement to make it work. Everyone has to be committed and take it seriously for us to create a viable long-term model for our business. Jarrod Haar, a human resources professor at Auckland University, said staff in the trial reported coming back to work energized after their days off. They said the change motivated them to find ways of increasing their productivity while in the office, including cutting meetings to 30 minutes at a time and signaling to colleagues when they needed no distractions. They worked out where they were wasting time and worked smarter, not harder, Mr. Haar said. Barnes said the experiment had potential implications for everything from work-life balance to the gender pay gap and the mental well-being of workers. He said this could motivate employees to produce better work in a shorter time period. The academics who studied Mr. Barnes' employees said that in November last year, just over half of staff felt they could balance their work and home commitments. Jarrod Haar, the company's founder, said he came up with the idea for a 4-day work week after reading a report that suggested people spent less than 3 hours of their workday being productive. He is considering making the move permanent and believes it will benefit working mothers most, since those returning to work from maternity leave often negotiated part-time hours but performed the equivalent of full-time work.